It's time for Around the Ozarks Rewind. Here are your hosts, Woody and Janet.
Hey, Woody and Janet. How you doing?
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
You know,
That's
I
Kelly.
was having a conversation the other day about old stuff, and you came up and
Why are you
particularly
staring at? Why do you look at me?
particularly
Old stuff. She was thinking about old stuff.
old bars.
And she thought of us.
Old bars around Springfield, and I couldn't help but think about all the good times we used to have at cartoons.
Cartoons.
Oh,
I can't believe it burned down.
You know,
And I miss Gary Summers so much.
I do too.
Boy,
I do too.
so many people fell in love there.
Yes.
Through
their engagement.
Ended up getting married.
Threw their engagement ring out in the parking
I
lot.
remember,
Through their
Janet, when
engagement
we had
ring.
to
Who didn't
find
do
the
that?
engagement
I
ring.
did. Oh my gosh.
I
You
remember.
went with me.
I remember that
That was a big
very
one.
well.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful place. I even took my dad in there, and
Oh,
he
the
said,
food
"Boy,
was fantastic.
I wish we had a
It
place
had
like this
everything.
in Winsville."
Remember the oysters? Oh,
Yeah.
Oysters.
Remember Tiny?
Tiny the cook.
Yes.
Who?
The Halloween
Tiny?
parties with
No,
the
he
costume
wasn't
parties.
the cook. That
The
was
bartender.
Victor.
Oh, he
Victor was the cook.
Victor was the cook.
Yes.
That's right.
I
Tiny
miss
was the
those
bartender.
guys.
Yeah.
You ever worry about those guys?
Victor's still around. I
After
think.
no,
Is he gone?
No, he died several years ago. Cancer.
Oh.
Hey, there's a new treatment for cancer out. Yeah, it costs $400,000,
Oh.
but it's very promising.
What? All types? Or
I
Treatment or a
forgot
test?
what kind
There's a
it.
test that you can take now too, isn't there?
Say again?
A test that you can take.
Yeah. Well, let's.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think they can check it in your blood, but. Anyway, you know, we're happy to be doing this podcast. We don't know what we're doing. We know that
that is actually true.
we sit down and get ready, and we don't have anything to talk about, and then all of a sudden it seems like they didn't give us enough time.
I have to say this though, just sitting next to you and
Yeah,
talking.
does it give you a tingle up your
It
spine?
does. I have a twinge. I must say.
You need a massage.
Yeah, bad.
I just wanted to let everybody know that it's dandelion season. Let them go. They're wonderful. They're beautiful.
You say that because you can't get rid of them, right? Is that the deal?
No, I love them.
Oh.
They're beautiful. They smell great. You can make wine out of them. You can eat them. You can put them in a salad. The bees, they love them. And there's nothing more beautiful than a field full of dandelions. Although I could use a handyman to help me get my machinery started.
Do you like poison ivy too?
Poison ivy has never been an adversary to me. I've never had any
I'm
problem
allergic.
with it.
Bad. Well,
Really?
We were discussing old places.
Old places.
Old places.
Okay, let's see.
Cartoons.
Cartoons. Oh, Ebenezers.
That was your hangout, wasn't it?
Well, there was a lot of people's hangout.
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody went to the same place on Friday after work.
They cook their bread in flower pots.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, the flower pot bread.
Yes, I
and then
loved
what
that.
about Bombay Bicycle Club? Everybody went there on Fridays after work. This was
The Bottom Line, wasn't that across the street?
bottom line. That was at the bottom of a
Bowling alley.
Bowling alley.
Yep.
Got to see Benny Mahan play there quite often.
I
And-
remember the ceiling being really low.
Yeah,
there.
it was too low.
And everybody was smoking.
It was too low for a nightclub.
Yes.
And then, of course, Custer's.
Oh yeah.
Remember Custer's? And then what was the place over on Fremont? A little place. Gary Summers built that one also.
On free.
Everybody went
Schultz
there
and
after
Dooley's?
softball games.
Schultz and Dooley's?
Really?
No, but I remember Schultz and Dooley's. There were two of them, weren't there?
I think so.
I think so.
It's on South
On
Campbell.
Fremont. I don't know what you're
It
thinking.
was, I think it was on Fremont and Republic Road. It's
I don't
a totally
know.
different place now, but that was a fun place. So give us a call now and let us know about your what you can't call. Okay, so how do they write to us? We'd love to hear from you if you have any favorite old places that we haven't mentioned.
Wasn't there a bar in the mall?
I don't go to bars.
Golden
Jan.
Lion.
The Golden
Did they
Lion.
have big
Golden
red
Lions.
chairs? I remember
Yeah.
that slightly.
Yeah, that was they had good food too.
Did they?
Yeah,
I thought it was
I
just
know.
a bar. I didn't know it was a restaurant.
I know. Dinner is poured. That's Janet's motto there. We'd appreciate
I feel
that.
it tanking now.
Yeah. Remember the first word you heard, the word tank? Oh, you tanked. Oh, you just knew it was
No
you knew it
one's
was
ever
bad.
said that. Dude, you tank? Someone
Well,
said that to
those
you?
guys, who are those disc jockeys from San Diego? I did something. They go, that tank.
Jeff and Jer?
Yeah, Jeff and Jer. Wonder how they're doing. Okay, so everybody, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. If you paid attention, there's going to be a pop quiz next time. So,
And this thing that we're doing here?
yeah, podcast.
Right here?
It's a pod.
Yes,
I
it's
don't-
called
where did
Around the
word
Ozarks
pod-
Rewind
where did
with
the word
Woody and
pod
Janet.
come from? Peas? Pod.
Podcast?
Pod. You know, it's an outer space word too. Podcast.
Come back down. Come back down to earth, Woodrow.
I'm done.
This has been Around the Ozarks Rewind with Woody and Janet. If you have questions or topics for the show, email Woody and Janet at aroundtheozarks.com.